So here is what we're doing. All right, so take a look at this. U.S. hurricanes used to be given only female names. Did you know that? A practice that meteorologists back in the day, who were mostly white males, sorry, you white males, of a different era considered appropriate due to such characteristics of hurricanes' unpredictability. Can you believe that? This practice came to an end in the late 1970s with increasing societal awareness of sexism, and an alternating male-female naming system was adopted. Even though the gender, and that's kind of in quotation marks, gender of hurricanes is now pre-assigned and arbitrary, the question remains, do people judge hurricane risks in the context of gender-based expectations? In other words, if they say, oh, this is a female hurricane name, it's going to be a bad one. Or do they say, oh, this is a male named hurricane, it's not going to be so bad? Okay? That's what we're talking about. Your task today is to determine if there is statistical evidence that female named hurricanes are more deadly than male hurricanes. You are to determine if there is statistical evidence, you have to back it up with evidence, that female named hurricanes are more deadly than male hurricanes. You will each work on your own to show that evidence. You may confer or seek counsel from each other. You can talk about it. However, each of you must turn in your own project, I guess. This will be graded like a quiz. This is a 10-point, essentially, homework, okay? I am not necessarily looking for the correct answer. Maybe there isn't a correct answer. Maybe it depends on how you show your data or data. We do want evidence, though. You have to back up your, what do I want to say? Your proposal. Are you using statistical tools like we've talked about in class? Are you using the mean, the median, the mode? Is the range significant? Is the standard deviation significant? What about the 5-point summary? Okay. Are you showing that evidence, and are you thinking critically? You can do this on paper. You can add some drawings. You can show me what you're thinking and make it clear, and feel free to use as much scratch paper as you need or want, okay? But you are going to turn in a one-paper summary, written or illustrated, or, and this is a big or, you can share your CODAP file, okay, with me. But it must have your data, and it must have your conclusions written out. Don't just give me a bunch of graphs and don't, here's my graph, because you can explain graphs however you want. But you have to tell me, what does this graph mean, and explain it, okay? Now, before you go on, I want to show you, this is the rubric for how I'm going to grade this, okay? Basically, and I've never had someone turn it in on a separate piece of paper. It's always been done on CODAP, because CODAP is here, it's very nice, it's very quick. But if you want to do it on paper, you can. So if it is concise, that means brief, relatively short, and organized, you're going to get 1 point. That should be a gimme point, okay? Is there a clear indication of findings? So again, the question is there statistical evidence female named hurricanes are more deadly than male? You either say yes, female named hurricanes are more deadly than male named hurricanes because blah, blah, blah. Or you say, no, female named hurricanes are not more deadly. You have to take a position, okay? It's either yes or no, or I don't know, maybe there is another position, okay? So I am looking for your position, okay? I am looking for your position. Next up, and that's a total of 2 points. Evidence to support your findings. 3 points. Extensive evidence. How many different things do you think you should show for 3 points in extensive evidence? Take a guess. 3. Yes. If you want to get 3 points there, you should show me 3 different particular things to back up your position. If you want to get 2 points, some evidence shown, show me only 2 things. If you only want to get 1 point, show me 1 thing. And if you don't want to get any points on this section, don't show me anything that backs up your position. You just say, yes, female named hurricanes are deadlier. Be done with it, and you would probably get maybe a 1 down here or a 2, and you would get 5 out of 10. Okay? In addition, I will be looking, this is the rubric we always use for this class. What is your understanding? Can I tell that you understand what the median is, what the mode is, why that matters, and then did you use it appropriately mathematically? Okay? All right, so that is what we're working on today. Okay? Ooh, wrong one. If you go to Canvas